Hey, what's up? This is JT with the Silver Street marketing team, and we've got another Facebook Live for you guys today. We've got a really cool little topic that kind of plays off our last one. So if you didn't watch our last video, it was about retargeting. And right now, guys, we've been seeing leads coming in for $25 or less that are highly motivated. They're people that have already engaged with you, been to your website, have already had the opportunity to fill out a form, but for some reason or another didn't, and now they're back doing it. And there's a reason for that, and that's retargeting. It helps find motivation in audiences that it's a little bit difficult to find. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how to build audiences based off of retargeting that you'll be able to find higher motivation in and put more ads to and be able to get more conversions from. So there are a couple audiences that we want to go over, and one of the main ones is you have to make sure that you do this. If you're having any traffic going to a website that you have, you need to create a website based audience. Super simple to do. Basically, all you have to do is make sure that your pixel is installed, and from there you're going to be able to track anybody who's coming in and out, and you're going to be able to retarget them on Facebook. And there's a couple cool things that you can do with this. You can actually track with your pixel what web pages that they're going to and retarget to people who are only going to certain ones. So let's say we only want to retarget to people who clicked on I have a house to sell but didn't fill out the form on your website or stopped halfway through. We can do that. We can find that motivation and send them ads that says, hey, come back and finish out the form that you started filling out, or hey, come back and sell your house. We can help you. So there's some ways that we're able to filter that motivation. And on your website is where you're going to find some of the highest stuff. And I know a lot of you are paying a lot of money to get PPC leads going through your website, or paying a lot of money for SEO, and you have a lot of traffic going through, but you're just not seeing the conversion rate you want. This is the way to change it. Spend a couple bucks on Facebook and make sure that your retargeting campaign's tuned in on your website, on your web audiences, and you'll be able to get some more conversions. So that's one of the things that we're going to want to take into your account today, is creating those web audiences. Awesome. All right. So the next audience that you're going to want to start looking at is your lead form audiences. So, and I'm going to post, a YouTube little tutorial for you guys, and I'll post it here on the Facebook page, so you guys can make sure to watch out for that. But I've also put in the description our YouTube channel, and that way you can kind of see how to build these audiences on a screen share with me. But for right now, I'm just going to kind of explain a little bit. So when you go into the audience tabs, you can create different audiences, and one of these custom audiences that you're going to want to create is a lead forms audience. You're going to click on engagement, and you're going to go find your lead forms that you've been running your ads from. So if you've been running any lead form ads, you're going to want this audience into your retargeting. And the reason why is because we can select from people who have already clicked and submitted on your form. We can select people who've only clicked on your form and didn't submit it. We can select anybody who's opened the form, period. Let's say you just want to advertise to anyone who's had any motivation whatsoever. If you haven't closed a deal on Facebook yet, but you've gotten leads from it, why don't you can select that audience and advertise to them, just to get another go around in front of them. And you can do different campaigns to make sure that you're able to send them to the right places to get that motivation and get a hold of those people that you're trying to market to. Another audience that we want to dive into today is going to be your video views audience. This is one that I have actually done quite a bit of testing on in the last couple of months, and I've really, really liked what I've seen from it. So you're going to want to start with this particular audience. To build it, you're going to want to start with a video views campaign. you're going to try to send a lot of people to different videos that you're showing, talking about your offering that you have and the things that you are able to do that's different than listing your home on the market. So one of the ways that you can take advantage of this and make sure that you're getting enough people coming through is you're going to want to make sure that all those video views are based, the audiences that you're building is based off of the seconds that people have viewed your videos. So let's say you have a minute-long intro video talking about what you do, or something like your offerings, what's the benefits to doing business with somebody like you. And what you're going to do is you're going to filter out motivation by selecting audiences that have certain seconds of video views. You can do anywhere from 3 to 10, 15 plus seconds. Anyone that's 15 plus is very motivated on a 1 minute video, right? But if you only have a 15-second video, you might want to do a 10-second video view. Somebody who gets the idea and is motivated enough to watch the video for a good amount of time, and we're going to want to put them into an audience to be able to retarget them later. Those who only watch let's say they only watch 10, 25% of your video, you're going to want to be able to market to those on a different scale. So you know that they have less motivation, but there's still some motivation in there because they watched your video for at least a little bit of amount of time to understand what it was about. Maybe it's not the right time for them, or maybe they're considering it, but they've been receiving a lot of different advertising and you have to reach out to them in a different way. But video views is an awesome way to be able to record anybody who's been watching any of your content that you've been putting out. And then the last audience I kind of want to talk about is your engagement audience. So there are ways that you can do engagement audiences on Facebook and on Instagram. So anyone who's engaging with your page, with your posts, with any of your ads, you can actually advertise to again. And that's awesome. You want to be able to collect that information because that's the type of people. You can have a really broad amount of people, but they're people that are engaging with you. So there's some sort of motivation there. So you do not want to lose them. So you got to add those audiences back in and retarget them. Put a little bit of money. That only has to be a few bucks to be able to put a post in front of them and have them engage again. That's going to keep them fresh and it's going to keep them motivated, and you're going to lead them down the funnel. And you know, I think one of the biggest things that's hard for us to understand while we're trying to build our retargeting audiences is there is a funnel that comes straight down and there's motivation. And you've got the top that's a broad and there may be more of an interest, and you're gonna filter them all the way down to your hottest leads that you're gonna be able to close as soon as possible right when you get them off of Facebook. So that's what we wanna be doing, is building those audiences with in mind that we're going from broad, leading them all the way down, almost like a breadcrumb trail to the bottom, to where we're gonna make a deal with them and be able to do what's best for them. So keep that in mind while you guys are building your retargeting audiences. Make sure to check out our Silver Street YouTube page, because I'm gonna be posting on how to actually create these with a screen share, and make sure you subscribe there, because we've got tons of cool trainings coming out where you guys will be able to go through different things like placing your pixel, building your audiences, running the type of ads that get us the best and highly motivated leads that we can find. And that's not only here in the United States, it's also over in the UK as well. We've got a very proven system. So make sure you watch the rest of this video as well as check out our YouTube page. All right, I'll see you later. Have a good one.